Hello and welcome back to the channel, and on this video I'll show you what's underneath this FTX Kanyon following on from the video yesterday. See you down there. Here we go then, peoples. The FTX Kanyon with the Jurassic Park livery. Let's have a look what's underneath it, shall we? As you can see, straight away, these take your attention. These are a modification you have to do. As we found straight out the box, the chassis was just too rigid. So with these bars in, it stops the flex and keeps the whole chassis itself pretty solid. It can also give you a chance to relocate the suspension. So the would be there. So that's gone up, what is it, half an inch. So that as well raises the ride height and gives you a lot more traction and stability because you have a lot more travel in the rear end, the front end, and it lets you have a lot more flex. What I'm not a fan of is the low motor mount. When you're doing a bit of route climbing or rocks, you'll find that this does catch, which will require you to bounce a few times just to try and get the branch to the other side of this motor mount. What else can I mention? Oh, I've had to add a lot of weight to the front end. Each wheel, as you can see, has got little lead weights just inside there. That's 5, 10, 20 gram on each wheel, front and rear. Another 10 gram on top of the servo. A 30 gram on top of the chassis. And another 30 gram underneath. That's to keep the front end down when you're doing a vertical climb, because it is prone to going straight over backwards with the height of the body shell. The eagle-eyed viewers out there may have noticed I only have half of a rear drive shaft. I've upgraded to a 35 turn motor, which obviously gave it a lot more torque, which the drive shafts just couldn't handle. I'm going to have to upgrade those, get some steel drive shafts, see what I can find on eBay. The batteries that I'm using are Power Plant Peak Racing 4 amp 2S lipos. The red tape is just so I can identify them, so I know they're mine and I don't pick up my friends whilst they're out and about. These batteries, for the bucks, they are really good batteries. They last forever, and especially in this truck, I can use, let's say, it's about 2 to 3 batteries in about 4 hours. Now, compared to my Max truck, I'll get through one of these batteries in 15-20 minutes. In this, one battery lasts a lifetime. I'll take 5 out with me when I go, and it will just, this truck will last all day. I have also raised the battery tray whilst we're on the subject of batteries. As you can see, I've put these large spacers just underneath there. That's lifted the tray up, which used to be there. I've now lifted it up about 30mm to raise the centre of gravity. Probably not helping with the body roll, so I might have to change that back to factory standard. My soldering's pretty poor, so I've used this, which is pretty rough. I'm sure somebody out there is going to criticise me for this. I'll get ready for that one. I have also broken off my power lead from my ESC. They should be in there. That snapped off when I was removing... I was removing something, but that basically snapped. What I do want to mention is this receiver box. It does say that the car's waterproof. It's really not. It's probably splash proof. I wouldn't say you could take it underwater like I have been. So as you can see, I have took the box apart and just put a bit of sealant and silicone just around that edge, just to seal the box. There is a bit of sealant in there as well. Sorry, Vaseline in there, just to keep the water out. So if you are getting one of these, definitely waterproof your receiver, because you do not want these shooting off in the middle of the water because it's lost connection with your remote or it's broke down in the middle of a pond. Definitely, first thing you should do is waterproof this. That's it for the chassis for now. If there's anything you do want to know about, just simply drop a comment below and I'll do what I can to get back to you. If I know what I'm talking about, stands a chance I probably don't. Anyway, get rid of the chassis. I've got a state of it. Let's jump onto the body shell. First thing, this external roll cage and roof rack is solid. Absolutely amazing. It's took a few beatings, it's dropped off cliffs, it's rolled backwards off the top of roots, tree roots, rocks, steps, and it's just withstanded everything. Only thing that has broken off was this light. I'll pretend up taking these off anyway, possibly moving them back for cosmetic purposes and fitting an actual light bar at the front. The wing mirrors as well, they are pretty solid into the body. Arches, they come as factory standard. The rear light buckets, I've lost the lenses out of. I ain't got a clue where they are. They're in probably the mud somewhere. But other than that, the thing is awesome. Oh, and sorry, there should be some lights on the internal. But the hot glue that comes from factory, it's crap. It basically just falls off. That's what comes from factory anyway. What I fitted is the red livery, the Jurassic Park stickers, all the graphics, the waffle boards, the bush wires, the front winch, which I got my dad to 3D print. He had a 3D printer for Christmas, so I says knock up a few things for me. That just needs a bit of paint so it looks nice and fresh. The waffle boards, RC Workshop printed these off for me because he wanted some himself, so I says, yeah, if you've got time, could you do me some in orange? Big shout out for that one, Matthew Wakelam, appreciate it. These will be getting used when I found a way how to mount them to the body rack so I can take them off. I'm thinking maybe a bolt with some wing nuts just so I can get them off by hand. I am looking for a bungee net to go over the top so I can store stuff in the top to keep more weight down on that chassis. So if anybody has any idea where I can get one, or if anyone's got one, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you about that one. It will be muchly appreciated because it is something I'm drastically looking for. Other than that, the shells are solid. They are brilliant body shells. A lot of people on the inside have put duct tape or parcel tape, something on there to make it a lot more rigid, but I don't think you need to. It is a pretty robust body shell, but that looks absolutely awesome in that livery. As you can see in my previous video, which I'll show you now, there we go. The FTX Kanyon Jurassic Park livery and the modifications that I've done so far. If there's anything else you want me to cover, drop a comment below and I shall get it into another video or reply to you in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.